It's Only Sport with Martin Devlin on the platform. Brought to you by One New Zealand. Let's get connected.
The Tight Five.
5 separate sporting topics. We're going to do something a little bit different today, Loch. What we're going to do is we're going to play Who's Going to Win? All Blacks or Wallabies? Argentina or South Africa? Roosters or Manly? Sharks or Cowboys? Black Caps or Sri Lanka? Let's kick it off with the All Blacks versus the Wallabies. Nice and easy for you. Who's going to win that one? Now, there wouldn't be a single person on the planet who knows anything about rugby, gives a stuff about anything about rugby, who would be picking the Wallabies. So how does Joe Schmidt approach those players pre-game team talk-wise? What does he say to those Wallaby players?
Well, he says just that. No one's given us a chance.
There you go.
Go prove them wrong.
There you go. Stick it up them. Guess what? Smash the first guy you get.
Yeah.
Smash him hard.
And one thing...
Whisper in his ear that you're having sex with his mother. Do whatever it takes to unsettle these guys. Because these guys love to play a pattern, these All Blacks. Upset their pattern. Start the game. Make it niggly. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be saying everything like that. I'd be saying use whatever tactics you're going to get away with to get them off their game.
Yeah.
Because the longer it goes, and if we're in this game after 30 minutes or 40 minutes or 50 minutes, then you start talking about them. Oh, used to be number one in the world, boys, eh? Oh, the big mighty All Blacks, you've lost 3 out of the last 4. Oh, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be sticking it to us the whole time.
One thing that they're good at, Australians, particularly in sport, I think, is getting... they can go sort of leaps and bounds beyond, I think, their potential based on purely just motivating themselves and getting motivated by those around them. I think they're the kind of people that can be quite well self-motivated and motivate those around them, even if they're not that good. And particularly on the field, if they start to get a couple of, penalties that go their way, for example, they get a few points on the board, put us under pressure in the moment, they start chapping and talking, that fires them up, and it does the opposite to us. I would totally be fit. Like, this isn't an All Blacks team, say, from 10 years ago that I think could absolutely cope with the pressures of the moment. This is an All Blacks team that I think, if things get a little bit tough, particularly in Sydney, and a crowd they will get behind the Wallabies if they really get ahead. Yep. And there's 60,000 plus that are going to be there. I'd have no faith in us being able to actually come back in that contest.
The other thing I'd be doing if I was Joe Schmidt is I'd be playing some highlights of Argentina, Dickiness and Wellington, and saying no one at all in New Zealand rugby gave them a hope in hell of scoring 4 or 5 tries and putting 38 points on us? Okay? So it is there. You can do it. All right. Who wins? Argentina versus South Africa. We spoke about this earlier. Yes, I think South Africa do as well. But I think Argentina also have a chance. They seem to have this thing where they play well every...
Do they have more of a chance than we did in either one of those 2 tests?
Against South Africa?
Yeah. Do you give Argentina... No, you can't say yes. Then as much as...
No, look, I mean, because we're a better team than them. Having said that, we split the series with them.
No, but we are a better team.
We are a better team. But they are capable, and it seems every second game, they're more than capable. They came here and beat us. They should have been rusty, mate. They got all their players in it. They didn't have any warm-ups or anything. And yet they came here and they put that performance in. So they'll be targeting one of these 2 games against South Africa for sure. Whether it's the first one or whether it's the second.
Well, probably this one, because this is the one that's at home.
Yeah.
The other one's in South Africa. So, they've got a chance. They're not going to beat them.
I don't think so.
Then again, the Saffers have brought in 10 changes, so...
And they lost to Ireland. Don't forget, we only lost by 4 and 6 points. We weren't outplayed and over and
We weren't outplayed in the first test. We were the better side for pretty much all of it.
62 minutes.
62 minutes.
Second test, though, we didn't score a try and we didn't actually.
Second test, we were chasing that for most of it.
Who wins? Sharks and Cowboys tonight.
Cowboys.
Okay.
I have nothing to add. Cowboys.
I got nothing, mate. I mean,
who do you think's winning? See, you've been on the Sharks all year.
I haven't been on the Sharks. It's
and
just
then now Big MG comes on and thinks the Cowboys, and you're all of a sudden going, okay.
Well, I've just got no basis to want the Sharks to win, Edward. I don't care about them.
Well, they've been the better team this year,
They have been. By one game. By one win.
Killed the Cowboys when they played in Cronulla earlier in the year, but when they played in Townsville a few weeks ago, the Cowboys won.
Yeah. Who wins? Roosters, Manly.
I think the
I
Roosters.
can't believe MG on this because I just think Manly. I looked at them against Dogs last week, and they looked beaten up, man. They just look bruised and beaten and injured. And
I just find it Trebojevic not being 100%, being far from it. And I get his point about the fours that they can match the Roosters, but the Roosters have pretty much a full-strength team apart from their halfback. And Sandon Smith's not a bad backup halfback. He's fine. He's not. I think he's much better than what the Broncos or the Warriors have as their backups. So I think as much as the Roosters are missing their 7, and also just quickly, Sam Walker was a guy who the jury was out on for quite a while up until probably earlier this year. I just don't see how the Seagulls win. The Roosters are healthier. They're at home for whatever it's worth. A number of players, it could be their last games. Luke Keary, Jared Warrior-Hargreaves, if they're not careful. They've been the better team all year. I just think they're the better team. And I don't think Manly, as you said, beaten up. I think that's a good way to describe it. So no, I think it'll be close, but I think the Roosters will win.
who wins finally? Black Caps versus Sri Lanka.
I don't know. Because after day one, it would have said, they're winning this.
Well, I thought that, after day one, they were 305 for 7, and I thought they were 360 or 370. And then we bowled them all out without conceding another run. And then all of a sudden...
I couldn't believe that. I was at the gym and I double-checked. I was like, oh, that's right, the test is going on. It was about 5 o'clock, maybe just after, and they were bowled out for 305. And I was like, that can't be right. There's just no way that we got three wickets for 3 runs.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
Oh, sorry, they were 302 for 7.
302 for 7,
and
they
all out for
bowled out
305.
for 305, yeah.
Yeah, look, and I think if you'd asked our lot before it started on day one that, would you take 300 from them? We'd probably go, yeah, anything between 250, 300. As long as we don't concede 400, we're still in this game. And despite, the pitch being a bit of a minefield, it's just going to keep turning and turning and turning. But fantastic effort from our guys to get to 255 for 4.
Yeah, and it's not entirely analytical, but their ability, particularly Tom Latham, who, we've gone on the show a lot about Devon Conway being very disappointing. Pretty much after his first 3 or 4 test matches, it was very good, and then since then his average has been pretty poor. Tom Latham has been struggling for a couple of years, and he, among the others, of course, just timed and played and picked out the right balls to smack in the right places, if that makes sense.
I thought he was excellent.
I thought all of them were. I thought they were very... I think the only one was a little bit disappointing, just in the way he got out with Devon Conway.
Well,
but everyone
Ration
else
as well. Yeah, I thought the way he got out.
I think if you can get to around 40, if you're someone like him...
You need to go on from there. You need, once you're 39 or 48, you just need to go, okay, I'm scoring at a great clip, calm the farm,
steady on
and stay in.
Still young.
The other thing is Kane, every time he gets past 50, I just demand he scores a century, don't you? I just don't think he's going to go out.
There's stats probably to back this up that we can find, but I'm pretty sure in terms of someone getting to 50 and then converting into 100, he's like one of the best in the world. He doesn't get too many half centuries. Whereas, Virat Kohli's the exact opposite. He only gets half centuries. He can never really get to 100. I could be getting the player wrong there. But yeah, Kane's, when he gets to 50, bank on him getting to 100. Okay,
so what's a good score for us here? 255 for 4.
If we can get to about 350... which is more than doable with 6 wickets in hand,
You'd
surely.
hope so.
And you've got Darren Mitchell is at blunder with him.
Yep.
That's a pretty good duo.
Okay, we've got Phillips and Santner to come after that. So
we could probably
our runs are coming from the 2 guys that are there and those 2. And Southey's going to come in swinging and go out straight away. So there's no point in batting.
Santner hasn't really had a good knock.
If I was the rest of the team, I'd say to Southey, don't bother, mate. Don't bother. There's no point. But you're not going to do anything. Don't bother.
Yeah, we can afford to probably lose 1 in the first session, maybe even less. But if we can get to 350, I'd be pretty pleased. From then, I'd start to turn it up from there.
40 to 50 as a lead.
Devlin.
Yeah, the next rule.
The Platform.
It's only sport with Martin Devlin on The Platform. Brought to you by One New Zealand. Let's get connected.